live in the Bing Lounge with the Mother Hips. Thank you guys for coming in.
Thank you.
In town tonight for a show at the Doug Fir, and then you've got another gig that you were telling me about.
We're playing. It's String Cheese Incident is a band, and they have a festival at Horning's Hideout every year around this time, and so I think it goes the whole weekend. I think it's going on right now, but we're gonna head up there tomorrow and play up there.
Sounds good. New album out came out in on the 9th of July called Behind Beyond. Is that your 8th album?
I believe so. I believe it is.
20 years or so?
20
or so.
Oh, I shouldn't have done that. Right. No. How's the tour going?
It's going great.
How far into it are you?
We played last night in Seattle.
And that's we're day 2.
Yes.
Wow.
We're
So far
done.
so good. Everybody getting along?
Yeah, we get along great.
Good.
You don't be in a band for 20 years. If you
I was going to
get
say,
along.
you guys,
right.
you can tell that you guys have been playing for a while together, just by the way you
look.
kind of look and groove. the way you sound was what I was going for, actually. All right, so somebody asked me to ask you about the name, the Mother Hips, where that came from.
It was a song that I had written that was just called Mother Hips, and it was before the band was around. It was one of the first songs that the band started playing together, and we had a show one day, and we didn't have a name for the band, and we were desperate.
So we went through the set list.
So yeah, it was either that or Writer. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I think we were called the Barn Daddies right before that, so
Okay.
we were clearly desperate.
Clearly, yeah.
And,
Unacceptable.
and
That's a good one.
once it sticks, then you're
stuck with
it's
it,
like
yeah.
a brand. You can't go changing your brand.
So Pippi Longstocking and the Trunk of Funk
that was one.
lost
See?
out.
Oh, how'd you hear about that?
I know.
You're
Where
trying
are you
to
getting
keep
this
that
stuff
on the
Do
down
my
low.
research. That's a great name, though. I mean,
But it's a great name for some band, probably.
all right, we'll leave it at that. So one of your early albums was done on Rick Rubin's label, American Recordings.
Yeah, our first record that we did it on our own, and then they picked that record up. American Recordings picked that one up. That was called Back to the Grotto, and then we recorded 2 more records for that label as
So
well.
what was that atmosphere like around then in the mid-'90s, American Recordings? There was amazing things that were being put out then, and amazing people hanging out with that band or that label.
It was intoxicating. I mean, we were just kids. We were pretty young at that time, and Chris Robinson from the Black Crowes became a fan of the band, and that's how we sort of came into that world. And he wanted to produce our record, but we didn't want him to. And
Any particular reason, or just didn't want that sound, or
we just wanted to produce our own record.
Oh, okay.
That's what we still do.
Okay.
And Rick Rubin didn't offer to produce the record. That we would have said yes.
We
to
probably
that.
would have said yes to that. Yeah, exactly. Don't say no to many people.
Yeah. And when they were trying to get us to sign with the label, they had Johnny Cash. They arranged several meetings with us and Johnny Cash, so we got to talk to him about making records and about American Recordings.
Did he have any advice for? I mean, tell me about that. I mean, I could spend an hour talking about that.
He's a man of few words.
Yeah.
He just said, "Son, American Recordings they're gonna do right by you. They're gonna take what you are and they're gonna make it even better." And it might have been true for Johnny, but it wasn't true for us.
Not so much for you. Well, that's quite an endorsement, you know. You
couldn't.
You got to go with that,
You
right?
can't say no to that.
22-year-old kid. I was just.
Yeah. Oh man, that's awesome. That's just
Yeah,
great.
we got to open for him once as well. And that was pretty special.
Where was that?
It was at the Fillmore in San Francisco.
Oh man,
Yeah,
there's
good times.
stories in those walls.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's that old Hunter Thompson saying, "There's blood on these walls, and some of it's mine." Well, thank you guys for coming in. We'll see you tonight at the Doug Fir and around town. So thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
In
for
the Bing
having us.
Lounge, the
Thank you.
Mother Hips.